All right, so here I am in Bariloche. Yes, in Patagonia. You might notice that although it's almost summer, there's still a whole lot of snow up on those mountain peaks. And let's just say the altitudes aren't great here. I don't mean it isn't great. I mean, they're not much they're not nearly as high as the mountains that I hang out on the equator in Ecuador. Being that I'm closer to the bottom of the earth, well, it's a bit cooler. It's not warm like the equator, so you don't have to be as high in altitude. All right, that's enough redundancy. Anyway, Bariloche, for my gringo friends, perhaps the most interesting thing to keep in mind for this location is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid fled through this town on their way to Chile and ultimately to Bolivia, where it is believed that they met their doom. They were tipped off by local sheriff that the Pinkertons were closing in on them and planning to come catch them in the winter. They had enough time to sell their ranch. Their ranch, by today's standards, was about, well, the nearest town to their ranch is about 3 hours away by bus now. Bolivia. Okay, as close as hillbilly can say it. And then by today's standards in the car, their ranch would be one more mile away. It's kind of tricky to find. There isn't a hell of a lot to see there, but there is a little modest four-room building, cabin, what have you. Yeah, that's about all I had, plus the bathroom in my place for the flood of Helene washed it away in the Green River Cove. Okay, I'm kind of going off subject. Of course, in their day, riding by horse, it would take a lot more than 4 hours to get here. So, thought you might enjoy that trivia. I understand their last robbery, they netted the equivalence of $100,000 today. Woo, that's a lot of money, even to me, still today. So, hope you guys are doing well. I am going to be traveling further on, and I guess you're just going to have to tag along to find out where. Ultimately, I do intend to visit Bolivia, among other places. I'm taking a different route. Those gringo outlaws, well, they went down or came up north to Bariloche, where I am now. Then they headed west to Chile and further north and maybe a little bit back to the east to arrive in Bolivia. I am going to go a different route. I am not going back into Chile to get to Bolivia. So I hope you guys stay tuned, and I'll try to share some more. By the way, this little town is not like Gringo Landia. It is more like yuppie landia. It is kind of like maybe Aspen, Colorado, or some other ski bum resort-like place where all the rich yuppies go, and the prices reflect that. I did find a place that locals hang out for my room, but procuring food at a reasonable rate is challenging, much as I'm sure it is in resorts in the United States. Hope you guys are enjoying the ride. Please leave me some questions and feedback in the comments. Maybe I'll try to address some of them, maybe in future videos, or give you an answer if I can.